Okay, the GORUCK Basic Rucker just came out in September or early October of 2025, and I'm thankful that GORUCK sent this to me. I've been using it now for a week and a half, so I want to give you the details on this and my experience with it. So on the outside, first of all, this is the Robic, the ripstop Robic material, which I love. For those of you who love like really the nitty-gritty details, this is a 420D ripstop Robic. The very bottom is a little more coarse. I think it's 820 or 810, 840. I think it's 840D. And the back is the 210D Cordura, which is, and this, along with the back of the straps too. So feels really good on the back, whether you have clothes on or no shirt on. You've got this extra lumbar support here. Some of this you've already seen probably on from GORUCK, but I want to give you a little more details now. All right, so this is 17 liters. I'll stick with outside first. One thing is they finally added a water bottle holder. So on this side, it's just the ripstop Robic material. There's no elasticity at all. This side, it does stretch a little bit. I want to show you what will fit in here. So here's your standard water bottle. It's going to fit no problem. It's tight, so it fits good. Here is a 24 ounce. This is that MOLLE, and it's going to fit. It's just a little tight, but it does fit. You can see there. It's a good fit, actually. Now here is your 32 ounce Nalgene. This is actually a GORUCK one, and it won't fit in there. I mean, I guess unless if you really, really try hard. Let me see. I don't know if it will fit. It's not worth it because I want something preferably that I could grab while I'm rucking. So I wish GORUCK had done better on this thing. I wish it was a little bigger. But to give you another example, here's a Gatorade sports drink, 30 ounce, and it will fit. Probably about the same diameter as this MOLLE. So there you go. That's what'll fit. Now, none of these will fit. Let's see if it'll fit on this other side. It really won't fit in there. This other side, you know, maybe like some sunglasses and you want to easily get to them. I'll try that in a minute with it on. Here's an iPhone 16. You know, that fits in there actually very well. So with the idea of the basic rucker, you're not going to be necessarily doing ruck workouts. So you're not going to, this doesn't have the handles anywhere except the top. So you may not be doing a ruck workout. So it's safer to have a phone in here. Let me see about anything else on the outside. One thing here is you've got a hole, a hydration hose hole. So it doesn't have the Velcro like all their other backpacks. This one just has fabric, and that hole is right there, and it comes in to here, and there's your hook to hang a bladder on if you want. Now, the first thing you'll notice though when you open this thing up is it doesn't open all the way. There's no clamshell. That's because of the water bottle holder and this pocket here. So that's as far as you're going to get. So there are no internal pockets anywhere. Oh wait, I want to tell you something first. On this side pocket, so you've got this. I will say it's got some reinforced stitching. I don't know if you can see it, but there is some reinforced stitching just to keep this because things will be going in and out of it many, many times. So I appreciate that stitching on both sides, even though this is more of an elastic. It still has some extra stitching there to keep this from breaking. So back to the inside. So now on the inside, all you have is this nice padded pocket for a plate. And I want to show you first, this is my first GORUCK plate. This is a 30-pounder. And it's going to fit in here perfectly. So no problem there. Good strong Velcro. I took this to our F3 workout this morning and let somebody else use it, and we did workouts. So we did push-ups, we rucked, we did overhead presses, we did several things. And so I made sure I asked him, and he said, "No, this thing didn't hit my neck at all," which it shouldn't. That's the design here, is it's padded up here and it's in here securely. So I thought that it'd be fun or good to try some other ones. Here is a 30-pound Yes for All brand, one of those cheaper brands off of Amazon that I love, and it will not fit. You can see how it sticks up. The Yes for All is just not as thick as the GORUCK. Now I've also got a 20-pounder, a 20-pound Yes for All, same brand, and it's not going to fit either because it's too tall. So for those of you who like to get the cheaper ones, which I don't blame you, from Amazon, at least the 30 and the 20 in that diameter, in those dimensions, will not work with this. Now I want to try my laptop and see how this fits. So here's my laptop. This is a 17-inch. It's really just not going to fit. Could make it, but I think it's going to be too tall. So I could put it in there without it if you used this for something other than rucking. I could force it in there. There it goes. Now, so this 17-inch laptop will not fit either. So there you go on that. Now let me get the plate back in here, and I'll put it on. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw in. You want to see maybe some storage capacity on this 17-liter. I've got a. This is actually the GORUCK Challenge windbreaker, and this is a Patagonia, puffy jacket that I've had for years that I love, and just to see how they fit. Obviously, no issues there. So this is how it fits on me, and I'm 6'1". And one thing I want to show you is these straps right here. The loops are the same size as any other GORUCK rucksacks, but these straps are actually a little flimsier. They're not as stiff as, like, here's a GR1, and I'm going to show you some comparisons. The GR1s are just more coarse. I don't know what the specs are, but that's something that I noticed. And then the straps. It's probably important here. These straps are different. So here's the basic rucker, and here's a GR1. Look at these things on the GR1. That's like 2 3/4 wide. That's 2 1/2 wide. And then if you look at the thickness is a little different. I don't know that I can really measure that kind of accurately, but just say roughly 1/2 inch. That's less than 1/2 inch. So the basic rucker is not made, in my opinion, to carry as much weight, as a GR1 or a GR2 or a rucker, or some of the other rucksacks that are actually meant for doing ruck workouts. The biggest weight that I think will fit in this one is a 30-pounder, unless you found something that's designed differently, or made out of different material. One other thing I was going to show you with how the water bottle fits, because I've never taken it out while I'm wearing it, and look, I don't think I have the ability to do it. It's there. I can't do it. I don't have the flexibility. Maybe you do. Now, maybe if it's already on. Let's see here. If I've got it in here, and let me put it back on. Shoot, I can't even get to it. But you're probably more limber than I am. Most of you probably are. All right, that is everything just about. on the basic rucker. The ripstop Robic material, remember, it is water repellent, almost water resistant. The zippers do not have any kind of zipper lip or flap, so that doesn't help keep water out of here. But I am going to do a water test here in a second, and I'll take this one out, but I'll leave this windbreaker in, and I'm gonna show you the water test just to see how this works, because this ripstop Robic is pretty good material. Okay, I'll just kind of simulate some rain or heavy rain. All right, water beads off pretty easily, and inside, you know, there's very little water. I'll get up here and show you. It's a few beads, and of course the jacket's completely dry. So great rucksack, and it has the padding on the bottom too. So you set it down, and it's not gonna, whatever you have in there, the plate, or if you have a small laptop, it's not gonna slam the bottom. So, any questions? Shoot them to me. I'd give you any feedback you want. Thanks for watching.